What's going on, everybody? It's Machamp Gaming, bringing you another ranked singles team. This team was built around Machamp, who was suggested by a user on a different video. They left a comment, hey, use Machamp. I couldn't use it the exact way they had foreseen it, with the G-Max T-Strike and the scope lens going Mega Crit. It just didn't work, no matter what sets I ran. I ran probably 3 or 4 different sets on Showdown before I ported something over. And just couldn't get it to work. So here's what I did have some success with, and we're going to roll with it. No Guard's awesome. But yeah, then we got Wyvern, Fast Dragon, good coverage with the Flamethrower, Gastrodon, Lycanroc, who is Focus Sash with the counter, Arcanine, who's pretty much a utility and has a lot of a lot of coverage. Then we got Toxtricity, who is pretty great. No Focus Sash though, but it is G-Max Toxtricity. But yeah, other than that, let's jump right into the battles. Alright, our opponent definitely brings Gastrodon. We have no answer to it. And that is kind of a problem. I think we have to bring Gastrodon ourselves. And I'm thinking Toxtricity. This is going to be an interesting team. We'll see what happens. Bring him a Machamp, because we can Dynamic Punch on the Gastrodon. Our opponent definitely brings Gastrodon. I look at this team, and there's 0 grass coverage. Gastrodon is coming. There's not a single Pokemon that can even learn a grass move, I don't think. We'll see what our opponent wants to do. Alright, and they have picked their team, and I imagine Gastrodon is on it. How could you not bring it? I always lose when it's the duck, the little robot duck thing. Alright. Terrakion is the lead, which makes him a Machamp lead seem pretty decent. Yeah, we're going to go for the Dynamic Punch here. And our opponent's just going to set up Stealth Rocks. We will hit Bullet Punch next turn. Here comes that Dynamic Punch. Boom. Thank you, No Guard. So they were sashed. We get the Confusion, which is nice. And then, yeah, we're just going to go for that Bullet Punch. There it is. Down goes Terrakion. Thank you, Machamp. Now, hopefully we see Charizard, because I will Dynamax and Max Rockfall. Alright, that's what I didn't want to see. Stone Edge does pretty good damage, but I kind of want to get the Confusion off. It probably Dynamaxes, to tell you the truth. No Dynamax. We'll get the Confusion off here. And I know it's not very effective, but I wanted to confuse it. Hopefully prevent a Belly Drum. And or a Play Rough. Goes for a Scald. Not a bad play. It'll probably get the burn. No burn. We'll go for the Stone Edge here, since it's neutral. And it can't miss. And we do good damage. That's actually a crit, which is kind of surprising. And hopefully, there we go, Azumarill hurts itself in its Confusion. Then we'll go for another Stone Edge. Actually, we could go for a knockoff. Bullet Punch is also an option. Stone Edge is 100, what is it? 130, so we gain. Let's just go for another Stone Edge. Oh, I hit Bullet Punch. That was a misclick. Well, maybe they'll hurt themselves in their Confusion again, so that, nope, snaps out. Alright, goes for a Draining Kiss. That's actually a really good play. So that's going to heal 75%. Alright, so this is an interesting Azumarill. I think we swap into Toxtricity here. We'll see. Now, do we take Stealth Rock damage since we float on a balloon? Yep, apparently. That one doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Alright, Toxtricity absorbs that. Let's just check and make sure there's no ground types. I'll hit this overdrive here. And that should take out Azumarill pretty easily, pretty handily. And it does. And the last Pokemon is Corviknight. And I think we just G-Max Stun Shock here. Alright, this may not be the right play, but we're going to make it. They're faster than us, but they really shouldn't have any moves that can KO us. And by hitting this G-Max Stun Shock will either paralyze or poison. So we should be in a pretty good spot here. I think Toxtricity speed is like 95, so this Corviknight might be max speed invested. It's possible. Yeah, Toxtricity has 95 speed. That's just 31 IVs. Okay, it goes for Max Guard. Yeah, probably your best play to just stall, right? We're definitely going to hit this G-Max Stun Shock again. I'm very surprised by the lack of Gastrodon. Alright, it goes for the Max Airstream. Yeah, that's the play. Too bad it's not going to do anything. It really doesn't do anything at all. And we're going to hit this G-Max Stun Shock. And we're going to do massive damage to Corviknight. And no secondary effect. Must have gone for the poison, and since it can't, yeah, our opponent's definitely going to max guard. It's the right play. We'll hit the G-Max Stun Shock. It'll obviously guard there, and then we'll just go for discharge it, and we should win. I still think we're at enough HP where we won't get knocked out by like a Brave Bird or an Iron Head. Now I could try and goes for a Roost, so it's gonna drop its flying type, which is pretty smart. But I mean, you're just stalling. Yeah, even without the super effectiveness, we hit pretty hard. Our opponent goes for another Roost. Apparently they didn't see how much damage that did. Go for a Roost one more time. Alright, our opponent cancels the battle. Thanks for stalling, I guess. And we finally beat the Bucket Bird. Alright, pretty good team by our opponent here. We gotta decide how we want to go about it. Definitely, I think we lead Machamp. Maybe we don't. Maybe we keep Machamp in the back. Let's lead our K9. See what happens. Actually, we can lead Gastrodon. There's a lot of hmms that can happen, right? We need Gastrodon for Rhyperior. Rhyperior could really hurt this team. Definitely want to bring Machamp though. Love Machamp. Machamp can take out Rhyperior. Machamp can do it all. Alright, I think we have a favorable matchup here. We'll see. I would not think that. Well, there's the Toxic, so that's not fun. We'll see how much a Scald does here. Probably a quarter. No burn. I want to get the burn. Now, obviously this thing can roost. Goes for knockoff, that's fine. Still no burn. It's gonna roost. So let's go for the Scald again here. Yeah, there's the roost. Again, I just want the burn so when I swap in, something is gonna get decimated. Here comes that Scald. Now we've done this. There's the burn. Okay. More than happy now. To swap out into Toxtricity, who would have been the play to begin with. Should have let him. Win some, you lose some. Alright, we're going to pull Gastrodon. Great thing about Toxtricity is it can't be toxic. Our opponent was predicting that. We have to play for the overdrive here. I imagine Rhyperior is coming. Blissey. Surprised me a little bit. And Blissey has leftovers. I think we'll stay in and go for a Sludge Wave. See if I can't. Well, this only has 10% chance to poison. Alright, Blissey's just going for Tri-Attack. That's fine. It shouldn't do a whole lot to Toxtricity. The crit sucks. Yeah, that sucks. So, we need Toxtricity. We'll go into Machamp here. There's no way Blissey stays in. And we should take that like a champ, because we are Machamp. Alright, so we don't know what the third Pokemon is, but whatever's coming in I want to get confused. I really like to confuse whatever's coming in. And I imagine it's the bird. Yep. Dynamic Punch should do pretty good damage. Yeah, it definitely does. And now we've got it confused. If we were smart, we would have went for the Stone Edge. But I'm not always the smartest. And we hope for the hurt and confusion. It doesn't. Goes for the Roost. Probably predicting us to swap out. We'll go for the Stone Edge. We get a crit. And then it's hurt by its burn. I'm willing to hit another Dynamic Punch here in case it wants to roost. Ideally, it hurts itself in its confusion. It doesn't. Goes for the Roost. And now this is going to be super effective instead of neutral. I don't think it's going to be enough to KO. But it should hurt pretty bad. Yeah, it definitely hurts bad. We'll activate our Citrus Berry, which is nice. And then he's going to take some burn damage. This is going to be a long battle, but I'm going to go for the Bullet Punch now. I believe we are in range to KO. I thought our opponent was going to Dynamax there for a second. And we get the KO. I'm not too worried about the Rocky helmet. I'm a little nervous on what Pokemon number 3 is. It is Gengar, and we're going to switch into Toxtricity here because Toxtricity at this point is pretty much worthless. I don't know if it has the Psychic. Most don't run Psychic. Goes for a Will-O-Wisp. So pretty good for us. And yeah, I'm just going to go for another Overdrive. I'm kind of surprised it stayed in. This probably KOs. It definitely KOs on the crit. Would be interesting to know non-crit what that did. Gastrodon coming in. And really we just need to do damage and break a potential Sash. I'm perfectly fine with this. With our opponent switching out. I'm going to go for the Scald here. See if we can't burn it. Alright, there's the Tri-Attack. There's no sense in saving Gastrodon at this point. Gastrodon's just going to try and get a burn. Just so we can chip some damage on the Blissey. We can't. That's fine. Blissey's best bet here is to Soft Boil. But even then... There is the Soft Boil. Unfortunately, it moves first, so it won't get a huge gain. But it still gets a gain. And we get the burn, which is everything we wanted. Now, what our opponent doesn't know is we're not going to Dynamax yet with Machamp, and I think we can pull this win off. Alright, Lucy gets hurt, Machamp is coming out, and I think our opponent is going to switch back into Gengar. And I think what we're going to do is hit a knockoff. This is pretty much our only way to win. They have to withdraw, and they do, into Gengar. So we kind of read them like a book here. And we go for the knockoff, which instantly KOs Gengar. And we knock off the Wide Lens. That's very important to note. Alright, so Dynamic Punch is... I don't know if... I think... I know Dynamic Punch one-shots. Oh, but not if it... And our opponent just cancels the battle. So Machamp wins, and we have a pretty good play there after a lot of stalling. And sorry for the long battle. Alright, guys. Definitely let me know what you think about this Machamp team. It was super fun to use. Thanks again, guys, for the suggestions on Pokemon teams. I was really happy to put this one together. Although we didn't do exactly what was suggested, we did still do pretty good with the Pokemon Machamp. And I honestly went undefeated with this team. It was very fun to use. Machamp is you kind of gotta watch your battles, or pick your battles, I should say. Sometimes you gotta know when to swap out. And Gastrodon is so good because it's so bulky. And then there's that time Toxtricity saved us by not getting poisoned and stuff like that. Yeah, every Pokemon is on that team is pretty decent, and I liked using them. But yeah, thanks again for the suggestion, guys. Definitely keep those coming. It was fun to use, and let me know what you think about this team. What you would change? I think we do need some grass coverage, And you can give, instead of Gastron having Protect, you can give it Yawn, which lets you pivot pretty good. But yeah, other than that, let me know what you guys think. Thanks again for all the subscriptions and everything you guys have been doing. Really appreciate it. The channel's growing, which is awesome. And I love using these different unique Pokemon. I know I still got to use a Tauros sometime. We'll try and make that work. I was really struggling to get a team together. But yeah, between the Kangaskhan with Last Resort and now this Machamp No Guard, I definitely like the suggestions. Keep them coming. And keep the subscribes, likes, and comments coming too, guys, because I enjoy looking or interacting with you guys. Somebody mentioned about getting a Discord. I don't know a whole lot of what that entails. I was thinking about a Twitter page, but I'm interested in the Discord. I just got to figure out how it works, how I would moderate that. I don't want profane things or things like that showing up. But we'll figure it out, see what we can do. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video, and thanks for watching.